Good evening. Welcome. It's been a while since I was last live and online for YouTube, so I'm going to let some more people come in before I start nattering and telling you all how to run your Etsy stores. Cornelia, good to see you. Welcome. Welcome back. I think it's about 4 weeks, maybe 5 weeks since the last live. It's been a while. Let's see who we're going to see tonight. Who's going to be here? Always fascinated to see where everyone comes from. Some familiar faces and hopefully some new people as well coming in tonight. Okay. Elaine, good evening to you from Northern Ireland. Good to have you here. Good to have you here. And Keldon from Michigan, first visit. Wonderful. Well, I'm glad that I'm honored for you to be here. Always good when I have new people here. Good to have you here. And Elaine, good to see you too. Let's let some more people in and then we will get started. As you know, it's an hour of solid insight, tips, knowledge that I've gained from over 10 years of doing my consultancy work with thousands and thousands of Etsy sellers. It really is a lot. Hello from South Africa. Hello to you. And Anna from England. Good evening. Marie from Canada. Right, we've got a few people coming in now. Wonder how high the number is going to go tonight with people in the live. I think the record's 141. I don't think we're going to get that high, but it'd be nice to get to 100. Karen from Oz, a good day to you. Good evening to you. It must be, what, midnight? Something like that? 1 in the morning? I don't know, but quite late. So I admire your dedication for being here, Karen. I really, really appreciate it. And everyone here, the 23 of you that are here, I really appreciate every single one of you being here tonight. Or today, depending on where you are in the world. I've got all your comments loading up so I can see them. And someone from North Cyprus, Joy, wow. First, I think, actually, Joy, I think you're the first person from maybe the first or second from Cyprus. A very good evening to you. Edgyworld, lovely to have you here. I know you've been here before. And Edgyworld says, let me just put this up for everyone. Janice from Bonnie, Scotland, hello to you. That wasn't the actual comment I wanted to put up, but welcome, Janice. Good to see you. This was the one from Edgyworld. Big fan, got 50 sales in 2.5 months, digital products from my strategy. Thank you. No problem at all. Thank you for being here. We've got Kiki from Florida. Lovely. Must be nice and warm there. Good to have you here. And Adamas from Lithuania. Lots of people coming in now. Good to have you all here. We're almost at 40 people now. Great. Marmeni from Morocco. And someone else from Florida. Wow. How do I say that? I'm not going to do it. Yobiana? I can't help it. I always want to try and pronounce people's names. If I murdered it and got it wrong, I'm really sorry, but I'm going for Yobiana. And love this, my favorite YouTuber name, the No Dig Allotment. Hello from sunny Yorkshire. Thanks again for another live stream. No problem, no dig, no problem at all. My pleasure. Lynn is here. Lynn is one of my academy students. Wonderful to have you here as well. Shall we get this cracking then? Shall we get some comments and questions? If Yobiana says I got it right, brilliant. That's amazing. It was 50-50. I thought, oh, I don't know about this, but brilliant. Do you want to start getting your questions, comments, points into the comments? And I'm going to address them all by order. Of course, if there are loads, I won't be able to get to every single one. Usually it kind of gets busy about halfway through the live. So get your questions in now while it's quiet. I can spend more time with each of you in the questions. When it's sort of 60, 70, 80 people, it gets quite busy. Let's get cracking, shall we? And as more people come in, I'll welcome as many of you as I can. Social media overlays, straight in. Welcome to you. I currently have 80 ads, but it's going much too slowly. I think you mean 80 listings, right? May I place 2 listings per day? I presume you mean listings starting now. I have had 10 sales so far, but my web shop's been open for about 2 months. I presume you mean Etsy, right? A web shop is not Etsy. A web shop's a website. I'm going to presume you mean Etsy here. You might not do. You might actually mean a website. If you mean Etsy, no, just list one a day. As I say to everybody, and I know you're all bored with me saying it, but I say it with very good reason. Just list one a day. No drama, nice and slow, protect your conversion rate. One listing a day is all you need to do. If you've had 10 sales so far, good going. Just keep listing slowly. There's no need to rock the boat. No need to cause any, conversion or visibility issues. Just one a day. Assuming you mean Etsy. You might not, of course, but yeah, I assume you do. Magical Music Mix from London. Good evening to you. Welcome. Lovely to have you here. Linda from New Jersey. Same to you. Good to have you. Good to have everyone here. It's going to might be quite a quiet one tonight, which of course means I can spend more time on each of your questions. Let's see how we go. Interesting question here. From Sania, 6 months. So the store's been open 6 months, 111 sales, 5 reviews, 50 listings in kids body safety niche digital products. Okay, am I too slow? No. No, Sania, definitely not. This niche has been emerging. I've seen other stores doing this and they were doing quite well. No, this is good, very good. Well above average. Everyone here listening, if you're selling, if you want to know what the average stores come to me with after 6 months, they're turning up with 3, 8, 10, 12, 15 sales, if they need help, right? So 111 sales is above average, okay? Really good going. 50 listings, definitely can increase that. The review size, that's normal. The reviews for digital products are frustratingly low, but that's because it's just the nature of digital products. It's just slower. That's just how it is. Going well, Sanya. Get to 100. Get to 100 listings, and that sales speed, that sales velocity will go up. Okay, but doing really well so far. Yeah, good stuff, Sanya. Lovely. Let's go on to the next one, I think. Karen says it's 2 in the morning. Well, honestly, thank you, Karen. I massively appreciate you being here because that is late. Yobiana says, I just opened my store 3 days ago. 28 views, no sales. Okay, let me get in here. This is for you, Yobiana, and everyone here. So because I've been doing this job so long, when I see statistics like this, it intrigues me. I already know a lot of what's going on here. So Yobiana, if you opened your store 3 days ago and you've already got 28 views, that to me, now look, I'm not saying I am 100% correct, but that means to me, social media traffic and or some kind of advertising traffic, whether it's Etsy ads, external ads, I don't know, social media. But if you've only been open 3 days, you shouldn't really be getting 28 views. Okay, it shouldn't be that fast. You don't want it to be that fast. It is a concern, Yobiana. In actual fact, while I'm talking to you about this, do you just want to tell me in the comments? I'll see your comment. Tell me whether this is organic traffic, whether there's social media traffic, whether there's ads traffic, how many listings you put in. Maybe you put 100 listings in 3 days, which would be a huge mistake, by the way. For everybody here tonight, don't list quickly, just list slowly. 1 a day. That's all I ask you to do. And you'll be on the right track. This is interesting, you'll be on. Do you want to just put in the comments where the traffic's coming from? Any social media, any ads? How many listings have you got? I'll see if I can pick this up right now. If you can get in there and tell me. Okay, you sell crystals. All right. And how many listings? Tell me that, and we can see what's going on. I wouldn't expect you to sell, Juliana. This is because YouTube is full of people telling you, do this, do that, you'll make loads of sales. It doesn't work like that. It's not how it is. You know, if you list one a day, this is for everyone, just so that you understand. If you list one a day, you can expect to make your first sale 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 listings deep. If you've got things right, I would expect you to be making your first sale 30 to 70 listings deep. And I've talked about this on my YouTube channel. All these people on YouTube saying, you know, sell this, make this in a month, make this in 2 weeks. It's rubbish. It's utter garbage, and it's not based on reality. So this is correct, that you shouldn't have made sales after 3 days. You shouldn't have made any sales after a week or 2 weeks. If you do, well, that's good. You know, that's great. But on average, it doesn't happen. You've got to get, you know, quite a few listings in your store before you sell. Let me just see if you've updated what you've said here so I can. Okay, so Yobiana says all organic, no ads, 11 listings. Okay, well, great. The 11 listings is super low too quickly. So you've been open 3 days, 11 listings, that's way too fast. Slow down, 1 listing a day. From now on, Yobiana, okay? Trust me, 1 listing a day, slow and steady. All organic, brilliant. No ads, brilliant. So those views you've got are clearly, they're interested in a couple of these products, I would say 2 or 3 of these products. Slow down, protect your conversion rate. Don't list too fast. The reason why you list slow, it keeps your conversion rate up. You don't want loads of stuff going in, people looking everywhere, not buying anything. You don't know what works yet. This is the critical thing. You know, why do I tell you all to list slowly? You don't know what works. You don't know what doesn't work. So let's go in gently, nice and slowly, and everything is more likely to be okay. I hope that was helpful for you, Yobiana, and I hope that was helpful for everyone here. Let's keep going. Karen says, it seems like Etsy is a bit slow. Is it normal for the season to change in the summertime in the USA? Absolutely yes. Everybody here, I know some of you will know this, but lots of you won't know this. As soon as we get into June, July, August, Etsy flatlines. It gets slower and slower and slower through that period of time. It's just how it is. People are busy doing other things. They're not shopping on Etsy and so on. Yes, it does get slower. It depends what you sell, right? If you sell products that are in the shoulder season, so running into Christmas, running out of Christmas into spring, that's where most money is made. You tend to get slower in summer, but people who make summer products, obviously they pick up in summer, but overall, yeah, traffic goes way down. It's normal, totally normal. And, you know, everyone remember that. Just remember, June, July, August, it's not you, it's not your store, stuff's slowing down. And that's okay. That's how Etsy works. Marie, welcome to you. A little bit of a statement of statistics. 3rd month on Etsy. Okay. 41 sales for digital products, 305 revenue, 55 listings. Amazing. That's way beyond average. Keep doing what you're doing. Get to 100 listings. Based on what you've told me, and I don't know anything about your store, you can go way beyond 100 listings, get to 150, get to 200, the revenue will keep going up. That's exceptionally good performance. I'm sure you know that, right? That's way, way beyond average. Lovely to see, Marie, and good to have you here. And everyone, haven't even mentioned it yet, the 7-day free trial for my academy is on, okay? If you want to work with me, and I know lots of you do, now's the time. Get into my academy. The QR code is up there. It's private group learning. So you learn with myself and my team how to build a successful Etsy business. It's a wonderful space. There is a 10.5-hour video course which is attached to the academy. You learn that. You work with me and my team. You have a feedback and a homework community post where we build and grow your Etsy store. It's totally unique. There's nothing like it out there anywhere, and it works really, really well. So whilst this live is on, the free trial is on, you can use the QR code there, or you can go to the web address on the screen now. Just tab open a new window, type that address in, and you can sign up whilst you're watching the live. And it's 7 days free, no brainer, no lose. You can't lose. If you don't like it, you can leave at any time. If you do like it, you can join the 100 or so students that we've got at the moment. Wonderful space, and I look forward to seeing you in there and helping you build an Etsy business. QR code there, web address there. Feel free to join. Let's get back to the comments. There's loads coming in now. We're at 48 viewers. Nice and quiet, nothing too busy. It will be a nice session tonight, and I can pay attention to everybody here. Puck says, thanks for all your info. No problem. So today, I had to pay for the, not sure what that is, $2.96 for a package to the USA. Glad to have a sale, but how about, should I raise my prices or what else should I do? I'm not sure what you mean there. You had to pay, I don't know. I'm not sure what you mean. You had to, it sounds like shipping, but that's so low for shipping. It wouldn't be, I'm not sure. Can you reword that? I'll pick that up again, okay? Melody Bookshop, welcome. Good to have you here. We're over 50 people in the live. If you know anyone that would appreciate this, in a WhatsApp group, a Facebook group, if anyone's in Facebook groups, just let them know I'm live now and they can come in. Send them the link, let them know. Let's see if we can get 60 people in the live. Bookshop, Melody Bookshop says, my store's 1 year old. Okay, it took off during Q4 last year. Q4, for anyone that doesn't know, is October, November, and December. It's the busiest 3 months for most Etsy stores. Okay, you reached 1,000 sales in 1 year, currently at 1,440. Brilliant. 265 4 to 5 star reviews, good review ratio, all perfect. What do you think I could expect for Q4 this year? Print on demand. Okay. It all depends on your store size, Melody. It all depends on where you are with your store size. Clearly, okay, if you've done this in a year, things are going well, you're doing sort of over 3 sales a day, right? You've got to push that inventory number higher. You've got to push the number higher. I don't know what number you're at, but push it higher. And you need a proper inventory management system. This is something I teach everyone in the academy. I would urge you to join the academy. The QR code's up there if you want me to teach you that and take you through the system to really push this store forwards. But either way, the store growth is so important for you. You've built visibility. So everyone here, you know, this store example, Melody's built listing level and store level visibility. When you make sales, everything gets more visible. This is something I teach in my academy, exactly how this happens and how you can take advantage of Etsy's visibility system. If you want to book into the academy, the link's there. So for Melody, it's all about managing the listings and growing. So when you're making multiple sales per day, you can do things a bit faster. Guys, you know, when I teach you listing one a day, that's when you're building and growing. When you're making multiple sales a day, we can move and do things faster. We can have listings going in faster. We can have listings coming out faster. But it's all relative to the performance of your store. So Melody can definitely do more. Yeah, grow the store is your number one point. Second point, your photography and video mock-ups, you know, video. That is another space that I'd love to look at with you and see how we can improve that as well. Usually when things are POD, we can make improvements. So that would be another space. Let's have a look here. Lynn. So Lynn is one of my academy students. Good day to you, Lynn. Hi, Nick. If you have wording in your design, is it necessary to incorporate the wording of your item into your description? So for Lynn and everyone, you know, when you've got a product and it's got words on it and you think, oh, do I put the words in my title or not? The answer is, it depends if anybody knows the quote or knows the words, right? If nobody knows and it's something you've written for the product, but no, you know, people aren't going to be typing it in. No, you wouldn't. In your description, it's the same thing. Probably not. If people know it and there's a familiarity, then you might mention it. Yes. Remember, descriptions have no meaningful bearing on your discovery inside Etsy, okay? Don't listen to anybody that says anything about descriptions increasing your chances of being found. They really don't. But from a customer understanding perspective, you know, there may be some instances where you would put the wording in your description. Mostly no, but as I say, if it adds value in terms of it being famous or something, if there's a reason for you to add that quote, then you might do. Mostly it doesn't really matter, to be honest with you. Thanks, Liz. Lynn, sorry, not Liz, Lynn. Welcome to everyone here this evening. Good to have you here. Right, I'm just putting these questions up on the screen, by the way. I have not seen these. I'm answering everything on the fly, as I always do, for all of you here tonight. What an interesting YouTube name, Sluncho Wolfsong. Amazing. You win the most interesting name of the session this evening. Good to have you here. Okay, been on Etsy with educational posters for 8 months. Okay, been on a while. Does it make sense to use the same shop to list my own created mock-ups? No, it doesn't. So if you've got educational posters and you've been selling for 8 months, and this goes for all of you, if you've got something locked down, you're selling, it's working, and then you're looking at bringing something in completely different, like mock-ups, no. What you do, Sluncho, open a separate store, build and grow a mock-up store, get that identity locked down for that store, keep the identity for the educational store clean and growing and identified and not confused. 2 stores is the way I've been going, the way I would go here. Yobiana says, I'm trusting you. I've been following you, everything you said here. Amazing. Yeah, Yobiana, if you just take on board what I've said, you'll be fine. Slow down, take it easy is the message. Just slow and steady. Let's have a look. Joy, I want to open an Etsy store for selling digital. Okay, but you live in North Cyprus. My bank account is Turkish and my resident permit is North Cyprus. I don't know if this will be a problem. Joy, I will have to look into that for you. Off the top of my head, I don't know. I've never had anyone actually join a live or indeed spoken to anybody who has a store in the North. So if you want to put that point you've just made here in one of my YouTube comments, we will get to it and I will answer it for you. At the moment, I very, very, very rarely, I can't remember the last time I said this, I don't actually know the answer to that, and I'm happy to say when I don't know, because I don't want to give you false information. Pop that in a comment on one of my YouTube videos, we'll find out for you. Let's have a look here. What else have we got? Let's see. Quite funny, I just had my first inappropriate comment in the live. Obviously, I'm not going to put it on the screen, but it was something extremely inappropriate. So I've just deleted it and banned them. Never had to do that before. Amazing. No dig. I sell physical personalized greeting cards. Amazing. Looking to plan Christmas, would it be better to list them one a day from August or put up all designs in one go in October? I have 170 listings, 400 plus sales, open 7 months. Okay, so yeah, you definitely want to start. Assuming, I don't know whether you mean you've got 170 listings to list for Christmas or 170 listings in your store at the moment. It does depend how many you've got to list for Christmas. So remember, everyone, when I say you've got to list 3 months before the season, if you're doing Christmas and you've got mountains of listings to put in, you've got to start earlier. So yeah, no dig, if you've got lots to put in, you can bring that forwards and start earlier. So yeah, I mean, there's no problem starting in August, none at all. October, if you've got a handful of listings, is fine. But if you've got 20, 30, 40, 50, 100 listings to put in more, start sooner. Absolutely, yes. People start listing in August, but it's generally people that have got larger stores. And, you know, when you're really working Etsy and doing well, when you do Christmas, that can mean 100, 150, 200 or more listings. I work with plenty of stores that have, you know, serious volumes of listings that they push into their store for the Christmas season. When you're beginning and growing, it's not going to be that many. But yeah, depending, if you've got volume, no dig, then yeah, you might need to start early, and it's fine to list from August. It's no problem if you need to. Yeah. Okay, let's have a look. Next one. There's loads of brilliant questions here. Amy, good evening to you. Amy Thompson sounds like an English name, so I'm going to go for a good evening for you. We've got over 60 people here. Amazing. If you know anyone that would appreciate this live, would like to get involved and ask some questions, just be here and enjoy the time with everyone. Facebook groups, WhatsApp group, just drop the link in and say Nick's live. Some people will know who I am. A lot probably won't, but maybe they'll come and join as well. Amy says, I sell fabric and pre-cut fabrics in my Etsy shop. Awesome. Yep, good space to be in. Like it. My sales have picked up a bit. Okay, these fabrics are used to make quilts, bags. Amazing. Love it, Amy. I have about 70 listings in another few weeks. Any advice to increase my... I'm going to presume you say you want views and sales, right? So I presume you want to increase your views and sales. Yeah, just list, Amy. You've got to get this store to 100, 125, 150, 175, 200, and beyond. Okay, because if you're selling fabric and pre-cut, then you're a supply store, and supply stores respond to large inventory sizes. You've got to list like a crazy lady. You've got to go crazy. Okay, by the autumn, ideally you want to be 200, 250, 300, those kind of numbers deep in your store. The sales will keep picking up. I promise you that. Great space to be in. Yes, for everyone who doesn't know, the live free trial is on for my Etsy Academy. QR code is right there. If you want to join my academy and learn with myself and my team how to build an Etsy store and make money, it's free for 7 days. You can't lose. It's free. If you want to try it and you like it, you can stay. If you don't like it, you can leave. There's no drama. It's really chilled, and loads of people. I've got about 100 students in at the moment. We're having a great time building and growing Etsy stores. You can use the QR code if you'd like to be part of my academy, or just open a new tab in your browser and just go to the address and you can join up. There's a video there. It explains everything. Watch the video. If it resonates with you, feel free to join for 7 days, and I look forward to seeing you there. Let's get back to the comments. These lives go so quickly, don't they? It's almost like half an hour already. It feels like 5 minutes. Incredible. Let's keep going. Now, where was I? Where was I in my list? Honestly, you guys can't see it, but I've got a constant list filling up with comments on my screen, and I've got to move up and down and find them all. Let's have a look. Scott, let's see what Scott's got to say. Scott sells heavy items. Okay, from Canada to the USA. A large portion of my cost is shipping. Would you recommend I offer free shipping and work the price into my listing price, or charge for shipping? Honestly, Scott, if they're heavy, customers will know. They will know they got to pay. No, I would do item price plus shipping, because customers are going to say, oh, that's heavy. Well, how much am I paying with shipping, and how much is the product price? Bit of a mystery. Whereas if you do item price plus shipping, as a customer, if I'm buying from you, I 100% promise you, I want to see item price and shipping. I know it's heavy. I can see it's heavy. So yeah, I want to know, because when you do item price plus shipping, we attach quality to the price, right? That's the item, that's the cost. Right, now I know subconsciously what I'm dealing with price. But if it's all rolled together, especially if it's heavy, you pay more for shipping, don't you? And as customers will be like, oh, well, what's what here? Yeah, I would do item price plus shipping. Test it, Scott, test it and see what works for you. See if you get people asking you questions. If you do free shipping, you can test it, right? And see if you get any kickback, any problems. I would do item price plus shipping though. Okay, let's have a look. Next one. I'm literally going through these one by one. Adamas says 1.5-year-old shop, 50 listings. Okay, quite small, 27 sales, and you want to revive it. Yeah, I mean, that's quite slow, isn't it, after 1.5 years? So your plan is to change the photos, tags, as you recommend, 1 listing a day, and we'll be adding new listings 1 in 2 weeks for 100 listings. Plan good. Yeah, it's okay. You want to have a plan to get to 100 listings and go beyond. Okay, getting to 100, given the store is, 1.5 years old, is okay. But I would probably have a plan to go to 150. Go deeper, go further. Because the store, this is for everyone. When you've got an Etsy store that's been sat, for a long time, 1.5 years, okay, it's not long, but that's a decent amount of time, and not many sales have come in. Etsy loses interest in your store. It just loses interest. So you've got to revive it. You've got to give Etsy consistent, constant reasons to come back. So yeah, 100 listings is fine, but I would probably have a plan to go to 150. That would be better. Adamus, that would be better. I hope that makes sense for you and helps you. Let's have a look. Let's keep going. So Ikra says, hey, hope you'll be doing good. I'm doing fine. I hope you're doing fine. Everybody here tonight, I hope you're doing fine. I hope you're having a good morning, a good day, a good evening. And I'm honored to have every one of you here. What more can I say? Ikra says, I'm going to start on Etsy. Okay, so you haven't started yet. Good. But you're confused. 3 niches. Notion templates, I presume, wall art or coloring books. What should I choose? Straight, clear winner, Notion templates. Wall art is so hard. Coloring books, the barrier to entry is too low. I can open up a coloring book store with AI and have it up and running in 2 hours. It's too easy. Notion templates, bit of a barrier to entry. You'll make more sales in the Notion templates than the other two. So Ikra, my advice to you is Notion templates, and my other piece of advice to you, if you want to get the store working, selling right, join my Etsy Academy. QR code is right up there on the screen. It's my private group learning space to build and grow Etsy businesses with my students and my team. So feel free to join on the QR code. Everybody, the live free trial for the Academy is on. Use the QR code. Nature, first question from Nature this evening. I know you've been here before. How do I know you've been here before? Because I recognize your little YouTube logo, the clips bit. So that's how I know you've been here before. Wanted to ask a question. I listed around 26 products. Okay. 3 of them are selling, and 1 necklace is selling most, like 60 orders in 2 months. 2 days order, no orders. Is that normal? Yeah. Yeah. Completely normal. When you build sales, you build visibility on the listing. But remember, everybody else is building and losing visibility. You move into your competitive space with other sellers. It's totally normal. Don't freak out. Don't worry. It's just the ebb and flow. The sales will pick up back up. You'll gain sales. Somebody else will lose some sales. It's just how it works. Totally normal. Yeah, that's fine. Good, healthy, that's okay. And another question from Nature. I'm doing SEO similar to what I teach in my videos. This is the how to do Etsy SEO in 10 minutes. Yep, great. Also had to ask how it is to sell vintage, landscape, boho prints, canvas on Etsy. So you mean real vintage artwork. Tough, because you've got to get the numbers up. And everyone, vintage stores are harder to do because usually each listing is 1, right? You only have 1 of them. You've got a piece of artwork, and then, you know, it sells and it's gone. Or if you mean vintage style, now looking at it, I don't know if you mean vintage style. Yeah, vintage style is okay. That's easier, you know, because you can just create it and sell prints. You can sell digital. That's easier. Vintage is harder. So Bohemian prints is fine, canvas is fine. Yeah, it's hard though, Nature. You know, it's really difficult. If you want to do artwork and print stuff, so hard. You can make a lot of money if you crack it and you're consistent and your artwork is quality and you bring something extra to the space. It's tough. It's really tough. But yeah, it's doable. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Ella is good evening to you. Ella is another one of my students. I love it. We've got a few students from the academy tonight. These are real people in my academy working with me. Ella is one of them. She joined really recently. Ella, good evening to you. And she joined in May, correct, as she just said, she's just joined. Such an informative community. Amazing. Thank you for the vote of approval. Thank you, Ella. Really appreciate it. Let's have a look. What else have we got? Let's have a look. Melody Bookshop, 455 listings. Okay, that's a decent size. That means we need growth, but we need inventory management as well. you need a system to manage your inventory. This is what I was talking about, and you're quite welcome to join my academy. I work with sellers at your level and significantly beyond as well. I can teach you that. So yeah, it's a combination of learning about what your inventory is telling you now and continuing to grow the store. But you've got a decent sized store. It's fairly large. It's not massive by any stretch of the imagination, but it's a decent size. So we would need to work in particular ways to maximize your visibility and sales. Now let's have a look. I've just got to go back just to a comment earlier, if I can find it. If I can't, I'm just going to keep going, and yeah, I can't see it. Someone's replied to something that I asked them, but I really can't see. Hang on a minute. So here it is. So this was it. This was the comment, and it was they had to pay $296 for a package to the USA, and now they've said, sorry, it's customs plus shipping, and normally only shipping, nothing for customs. Yeah, this is normal. There are custom charges, shipping charges. That's normal. Yeah, thank you. Import taxes. Yeah, I didn't know what the language was. Thank you for that. And you sell vintage. Okay, yeah, that's normal, and it's to be expected. Vintage is tough. It's hard, but you can make decent sales with it. Karen, yes, Karen, I've got to give some space to Karen here. Karen's watching from Australia. It's like 2:30 in the morning now, so absolutely got to give some time to Karen. Thank you for your dedication of being here. So Karen sells handmade quilts and patterns. Most of the income is on digital patterns. My next question is, I've been on Etsy for 2 years, 2,400 sales. I want to knapsack at the shop. Any good status? Not sure what you're saying here. If you're saying how am I doing, you're doing okay. You're doing okay. 2,400 sales in 2 years is great. Probably need to list more, Karen. Probably need to list more. So that, that's my answer based on what I can read. I don't fully know if I've got the question right, but list more would be my answer. Anything with digital patterns, 99 times out of 100, there's room to grow. You can build huge stores with digital patterns and you'll make more sales for doing it. Let's have a look. Yes, Scott, I've answered this one already. Your heavy items, yeah, you would do definitely 100 pounds in weight is massive. Yeah, definitely item price plus shipping. Okay, Anna, let's keep going. I hope everyone's having a good evening. If you know anyone who would appreciate this live in a Facebook group, WhatsApp group, send them the link, get them to join. It's kind of quite a quiet one tonight, so I'm getting through the questions quite nicely. If you've got questions, please put them in the comments now. I will get to everybody. It looks like I will be usually I'm 20 minutes behind, but because normally there's 100 people in here or 120 or more, the questions just pile up. But tonight it's kind of level pegging, so please get your questions in. I'll get to most of them, or possibly all of them. Anna, my shop's 5 years old, 10 to 20 sales a week. Okay, seem to have leveled out. Yeah, that's the feeling. How do I get it to go back up? Things picked up in the summer last year, but died in September when the tariffs kicked in. Yeah, I know. Tariffs were a nightmare. They were a nightmare for so many people. But we've got to work with them, if we can. 10 to 20 sales a week, leveled out. Anna, two things. Number one, it is a store size conundrum, and it is an inventory management conundrum. I need to dig into your store, find out what's working, find out what's not working, build you a management plan and a growth plan to get, 10 to 20 sales a week. It's okay. Lots of Etsy sellers would love that, right? But after 5 years, probably a little bit low. So my advice for you, heavily get into my academy and I will help you and build and grow this store and make a lot more sales. The QR code's there, just scan it with your phone. And everyone, if you don't know, my list one a day sign keeps going off. I think the batteries might be running out. If you want to join the academy, just scan that QR code with your phone. And honestly, I recommend you do that so I can help you. Get into my academy and I'll help you. Anyone that wants to join the academy. The 7-day free trial is on and you can join on that QR code, and you can also join if you open up a new browser window, just type in that address right there in a browser window whilst you're watching the live. You can sign up, watch the video that tells you all about the Academy. Wonderful space to be. I've got about 100 students in there, private group learning, wonderful place. Lots of learning going on and development and building of Etsy stores. Would love to have you there. URL is there, QR code is there if you'd like to do that. Let's keep going. Let's have a look. So, yeah. Hi, Nick from the UK. Good to have you here. Lovely. And a question. My store has a mix of physical products, bookmarks, stickers, okay, digital downloads for junk journaling, okay. Is this a problem in terms of the algorithm? If yes, what should I do? It depends. You know, if you were about to say, I'm about to open my store and this is what I want to do, I would be saying, no, don't do it. You know, have your bookmark stickers physical in one store, digital in the other. But if it's working and you're making sales and things are okay for you, or you can see the store is progressing, just stick with it. You know, if things are moving in the right direction, I don't want you ripping it up and making 2 stores and all of that. No, you've already started, right? So if you've already started, you know, if it's working and heading in the right direction, keep going. Yes, ideally, you should have a physical store and a digital store. They will perform better, all things being equal. But if it's working, just keep going as you are. Yeah. Okay, this is an interesting question. This hasn't been asked for a while, actually. Can you tell me if I should sell into a niche that has high demand and high competition and high saturation, or high demand and medium saturation? Well, high demand and medium saturation, all things being equal, you know, if the demand is there but the competition is lower, definitely sell into it. You'll make more sales and make more money, you know. Let's keep going. Let's see. Okay, so here's a following question from Infinite Wealth. I'm kind of struggling on choosing a good niche. Look, you're in very common space. So many people struggle to choose something good. Struggling to choose a good niche before I'm going to list 100 listings and I'm deciding to sell digital products. So if you have good products to recommend, what are they? I put out a YouTube video, okay? My latest video went out last week. In it, I literally tell you, I think 2 or 3 digital niches, they are gold mines, right? Go and watch the video. Please watch the whole video because that helps me, helps my YouTube channel grow. Guys, and also if you're not here, if you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do, at Etsy Consultant. In fact, if you just type Etsy Consultant into the YouTube search bar, I will pop right up. Please join my YouTube channel. I give away loads of value, loads of insight, tips and knowledge right there on my channel for free every week. Infinite Wealth, go and watch my latest video and there's some golden information towards the end for you right there. No Dig says, thanks for the advice, always appreciated. No problem, love doing this, love speaking to you all. I hope you're all having a good day and thank you for being here. So let's have a look. Let's see. So Mohammed says basically he's, you know, selling leather jackets. When he's selecting his tags, he's got keywords like leather jacket, men's leather jacket, black leather, and so on. Is it okay because I'm confused due to the word jacket? What should I do when I found the same word? Okay, Mohammed, watch my YouTube video, how to do Etsy SEO in 10 minutes, the 2026 edition. Go to YouTube right now. As you're in this live, open up another tab, go to YouTube, just type how to do Etsy SEO in 10 minutes. My videos will come up. Click on the 2026 edition, have that queued up, watch all of that video. It tells you everything you need to do after you've finished watching this live, of course. Let's have a look. Let's see. Neeram. I've been following your advice of listing 1 item a day. Good. Please, everyone, generally speaking, 1 a day keeps your conversion rate up. So please do it. I sell handmade home decor. Cool. So sometimes it gets a bit hectic and I miss a few days. Not the end of the world. Guys, if you're listing 1 a day, but you miss times here and there, you miss a listing here, miss one, it doesn't matter. Just keep to the overall process. Right now, I'm at 146 listings, 73 sales. Not bad. That's good. If you've been listing one a day from the start, do you see why I tell all of you to do this? Nirum's been listing one a day. Let's say they've listed one a day. So that's 146 days, right? So that's just short of 5 months. And they've got 73 sales. That's good. Slow, steady, consistent. And those sales will come up. Eventually, the sales pass the number of listings, which is great. This is good. You're heading in the right direction. Pub Giant, good day to you. Have you been here in a live before? Why do I recognize the name? Maybe you've been here once. Not sure. I think so. Shop is 2.5 years old. Okay, 5,790 sales. Brilliant. 4.9 stars. Amazing. 650 listings. Good size. Love it. Star sellers 2 years running. Okay, good. Sales down 70% since last year. For the last year, sales have tanked 10 sales a day down to 1. Pub, I would need to consult you. There's no substitute. I would need to dig into your store and find out what's going on, look at the data. I'll find the answer, don't worry about that. But yeah, I would need to consult you. So if you want to work with me on that, I can have a 30-minute consultation with you. Go to my website, etsy-consultant.com, click services, book a 30-minute consultation. I'll sort that out with you. There's no substitute. I would need to spend time with you working on that. Let's have a look. Let's keep going. Okay, this is a question that often comes up later in the year, but actually it's really good for us to deal with this now because obviously Christmas or seasonal listings, autumn and winter season's far away. Obviously there's other seasons as well. But Niram says, I want to focus on seasonal listings. What would you suggest be a good target number of listings to aim for before the holiday season starts? Currently, I average around 1 sale a day. Okay, 1 sale a day is a good base, but you've got to build on it. And I know we put your sales up and your listing count, you've got to get to 2 sales a day, 3 sales a day, 4 sales a day. So seasonal listings, it depends. The answer is always it depends, okay? But as a minimum, generally speaking, generally speaking, a minimum of 10 for the season would be a good idea for anybody watching tonight or today, depending on where you are in the world. A minimum of 10 for a season, that's a minimum. I work with sellers all the time. They say, I say, have you listed for Christmas when it's Christmas time? Yes. How many listings have you got? 5, 7, 9, 10. If you're doing Christmas, generally speaking, 10 as an absolute minimum, 20, 30, 40 or more. I work with digital sellers and print on demand sellers. They do 100, 150, 200 listings just for Christmas because the traffic is so high at Christmas, So, things like July the 4th, Independence Day, huge occasion on Etsy. Boatloads of sales are made on July the 4th, right? And leading up to it. If you're thinking about July the 4th, 10, 15, 20 listings, all things being equal, and it's a very general piece of advice I've given there, but that would be good. 10 to 20 listings, yeah, So 10 as a minimum, I would say. Let's have a look. Social media overlay says 7-day trial. I click on your link for a 7-day trial. Yes, it's there right now, but I don't see any costs. What are the monthly prices? Okay, everyone here, once you're in the academy past the 7-day trial, it's $99 a month or $999 for the year. Most people stay for 3 to 6 months. For that money, you get a mountain of value, a ton. Okay, $99 is the cheapest way to work with me. You get your own dedicated forum community post for homework and feedback on your store. You start working on the 10.5-hour video course, which is exactly the same system that I teach all my private mentoring clients. You get feedback from myself, my team, the other students. It's an incredible thing. Okay, so yeah, it's $99 a month basically, and that's for everyone here. It's 7 days free. If you stay, $99 a month. If you don't, you leave, you don't pay anything. So no lose. If you want to join my academy, the QR code is up there. Let's have a look. So, this is a great one. Niels, this comes up all the time. One of the biggest bottlenecks for anybody, okay, if you want to make sales, one of the biggest bottlenecks is photography or mock-ups. And Neil says something that many people say, I don't like it, but I don't have the money to ask someone to do it for them, right? How do I make it more fun? Well, the prime way to make it more fun is to be creative, right? To be creative with your photography. If you watch, I've got videos on photography. In fact, I've got a masterclass. If you type photography masterclass Etsy consultant into YouTube, watch the video. It will show you how to make it fun and make it interesting. Setting up a studio area, having backdrops, some props, some nice lighting. You know, you've got to get into the whole process. It's not easy, but have fun with setting it up and branding your store. Branding comes through photography. Remember, everybody here tonight, one of the most powerful things for branding is your product photography. So look at it from a branding perspective. How do I want my business to look? How do I want customers to see it? Maybe you can get some interest that way. That is one way I would look at it. Yeah. Okay, let's have a look. Let's see. Infinite says, if you were to recommend me a niche, what would you say is good? Birthday magazine, birthday newspaper, Notion templates. Yeah, Notion templates targeted out of what you've just said there. I don't mind telling you. Targeted Notion templates easily would be good. Birthday magazine, a lot of people are doing it. Depends on your design skills and how you can twist that product into offering an edge, offering something different, you know, which is something I teach all the time. You've got to be able to twist and offer an edge. Notion, good space to be, targeted into specific areas, yeah. Let's have a look. Pub says, haven't been on a live, but I watched many videos and commented. Maybe Pub, maybe maybe it was a comment then. I'm sure maybe I've replied to you. I think maybe that was it. My memory's not great, so yeah, excellent. Karen says, miss deep dives on your channel, please. Well, the thing with deep dives and in-depth videos is I've got to balance entertainment and education. So when videos get beyond 20 minutes and get to 30 and 40 minutes, the viewers drop off. That's the problem. And it takes me forever to create a video that's longer. It takes so long to put each one of these videos together. So I'll bear it in mind. I do actually have a video that I'm thinking about putting out about AI. So some of you may know on my YouTube channel, I do something called off the record. So off the record, I don't do them very often. Sometimes they're quite controversial. If any of you want to watch my off the records, you can go to my YouTube channel, just type off the record and you'll see them. I've done quite a few. I'm thinking about doing one on AI because people are being led up the path with AI, led up the garden path with so many lies basically and false information. I'm thinking about doing an off the record on it. I'm mulling it over. That will be an in-depth dive. I will bear it in mind, Karen, for something, but it's very difficult for me to maintain. I need people to be interested and watch the videos, but I will bear it in mind. Let's have a look. This is a good one. I think, let's have a look. Selin says, I'm selling seamless digital patterns. Okay. Do you have any idea about new personalization option in digital products? Is it a new option? I'm not sure by the way my shop is 2 months old. I'll have to look into it. I will have to look into it and see. So I will look into it, and if you put that comment in one of my YouTube videos, I will get back to you on it. I'm just making a note on that. And I will get back to you. Pop what you've just said there into one of my YouTube comments, and I will get back to you there. Thank you. Let's have a look. So one last question, no problem. I think I'm doing quite well here. I'm about 7 or 8 questions behind. please get your questions in. I think I can answer every single one. Okay, so any questions, please put them in the comments. If you've got a mixture of types of product, yes, most stores do, e.g. bookmarks, downloads, can you keep trying new types of product or stick to 1 or 2 types? Not making much money after 3 years. So you've got to have a product roadmap. So you look at your store where you are now. You've got, you've got a mixture of physical and digital, right? So you literally brainstorm it. You put on a piece of paper what you've got now. You draw arrows coming out from those products and say, well, okay, if I was going to bring more products in, what do I put on these arrows that make sense and can cross-sell, upsell, keep the store identity clean, and put those into the brainstorm? Generally speaking, 3, 4, 5 product types is okay to expand the store numbers, get visibility, but they've got to be in line with the brainstorm and the core area where you are now. That's what I do. Literally, some arrows, brainstorm. Well, what can I put here with what I've already got? What makes sense for a cross-sell and an upsell? What makes sense if someone decided to buy 4 or 5 things? Could they buy all 4 or 5? Right? So that's the way I would do it. Come up with product viability. So if you're going to add a couple of product types, they make sure they're viable, But yeah, you can do that. If the money's not coming in, you've got to do something. If you've only got 2 product types, you can definitely add 2 or 3 more, for sure. Yeah, that's my advice there. I hope that helps. Let's have a look. Niram says, thanks, no problem. I always try not to miss the lives. It always gives a load of good value. Thank you. And everyone here in the live at the moment, we've got 70 people here. Thank you, everyone, for being here. If I'm giving you value, let me know in the comment. Can you just post in the comments if this has been good for you? I always want to know if these lives work for you. I'm here rattling off all the stuff I do, doing my thing, but I want to know if this is actually working for you. Let me know in the comments. That'd be great. I'll pop a couple of up with your answers. Thank you, Niram. Yobiana says, thank you very much. No, thank you, Yobiana, for being here. I really appreciate. And Neil says, I haven't watched it. I'll check it out. Thank you very much for the tips. No problem. Let's have a look. We can get a few more questions in, guys. And last call, as always, for my academy. The 7-day free trial is on. If you want to work with me, scan the QR code with your phone. Takes you straight to the 7-day free trial. Watch the video. Join my academy for free. 7 days. Free for 7 days. QR code there. The web address is there. If you want me to help you build and grow a successful store with myself and my team, join the academy. It's a no lose. You can't lose. It's 7 days free. If you don't like it, you can just say, cheers, Nick, I've had my 7 days, and leave. Most people stay though, because it's actually really good. And we build great Etsy businesses. QR code there if you want to join, scan it with your phone. Web address is there. Just tab open a new browser window, put the address in, and you can join there as well. So who have we got? I think we've got some more questions. Let's have a look. Let's just go up a bit. Here we are. Here's the next one. I'm going through them, in order. Hannah says, I sold 5 products, 8 months on Etsy. I make ceramic whimsical sculptures, 72 listings with video. Followers 40, favorites 110. Okay. Little bit slow. It's okay. It's okay. The point here is, remember when I say to list 1 a day, right? If you've been on Etsy 8 months, by now, you should be at about 240 listings or thereabouts. So your listing has been a little bit slow. Now, of course, if you're making them, it might take you longer. I get it. Get the listing number up. Okay. The 5 sales, it's a little bit low. I'd like you to have been at 15 sales, 20 sales, 25 sales. It's a little bit low. Keep listing, keep working. And honestly, join my academy. I'd love to work with you. I can get this store working and selling more. Okay, you join my academy up there, QR code free for 7 days. I'd love to work with you and make your store perform better. This is what I do, it's my job. But yeah, absolutely, let's get that store listing number up, get it up over 100. Let's have a look. So this is an amazing question, and this is a wider debate. I'm debating this exact question that Oana, thank you, from Romania has asked with one of my clients at the moment. So she's saying, I have handmade products, but I saw that shops with lots of sales have AI photos. Is it better to have those kind of photos to attract more sales? And generally, okay, generally speaking, no. Okay, because AI, it's good for certain things, right? It's good for POD, it's good for digital. But if you've got the opportunity to bring real world photography, real world videos, you're emotionally connecting with your audience authentically. And if you gave me the choice, Nick, would you do real world photography or would you do AI? I'm picking real world every single time because we're connecting with human beings. Every customer that buys from you is a human being who has an emotional connection to the stores and products they buy from, right? And if we're having emotional connections with our customers, I believe the value and transference of that connection between your customer and your store is cleaner and more fulfilling with real world photography. So that's my answer. Everywhere possible, all of you do real world photography. Obviously, for some of you do digital, you do clip art, you do POD, whatever. It doesn't make sense to at that time. Fine. But if you can, real world, definitely. Let's have a look. Let's see. Okay, interesting question. When you list one a day, I wonder what if I sell one item a day, then do you post two a day? Are you ultimately always trying to increase your physical inventory by one a day? Generally speaking, yeah, you've got to build and grow, right? And get the views up, get the visibility up and make the sales. Generally, for the first 6 to 12 months, you would be growing, yeah. Beyond that, the answer is it depends. There's many variables, as to how large the store goes. Generally speaking, just list one a day. And if you sell one item a day, I have a system for how you would work with how many you list. And that's something I teach in my academy, and I'd be more than happy to work with you on that. You can join using the QR code, but generally speaking, one a day, because it's okay to make one sale a day, but it's all about consistency through the weeks and the months and the seasons. There's a bit more to it, but generally, general advice to you, just list one a day. Your conversion rate stays up. As soon as you start listing more, one of the casualties is conversion rate. You've got to be very, very careful. Etsy monitors your store conversion rate like a hawk. Last call. Last call, everyone. My 7-day free trial for the Academy is on. Join with the QR code. 7 days free. You can't lose. Get in there. Meet myself and my team. And if you want to stay, you're more than welcome to stay in the Academy. And if you don't, you can leave. No problem. The web address is there. Just tab open a browser window and you can join. And I'd look forward to seeing you in there. Should we do one more question and then we'll wrap this up? Let's have a look. Let's see. I'm going to look at the questions. Karen says, first time in a live, excellent service from Nick. Always watch on YouTube. Thank you. Thank you. Excellent service from you, Karen, being here at 3 in the morning now? That's dedication. I really appreciate you being here. I really appreciate every single one of you being here. Let's see. One more question. Okay, this comes up a lot. This is a great question to end with. Thank you for the question. And it's about listing one a day. What if the product takes more than a day to make? This happens all the time. I'm working with people in my academy now. The products take way more than a day to make. They take 3 days or 3 to 5 days. If that's the case, you adapt the one a day to you, break it out, slow it down, look at the long game, your listing plan. So if you say, well, I want to get to 100 listings, but it takes more than a day, you just break it out for you, right? So rather than one a day, it might take, to get 100 listings, it might take, 300 days, right? It might take almost a year or a year to get to 100. That's fine. Generally speaking, if it takes more than a day to make, you're adding value against other sellers where they knock out listings in sort of an hour or two. So that's actually quite good. There's value. Clearly, there's value in what you're doing there, right? So take the time, break the listing plan out, slow it down, but build consistency into whatever the amount of days is it takes you to make. So I hope that makes sense for everyone. We'll call it a day or an evening there. Thank you everyone for being here. Get into my comments on my YouTube channel. Please join my YouTube channel. If you haven't joined it already, please do. No reason not to, and no reason not to take advantage of the 7-day free trial on my academy. QR code is right there. Get in, get that 7 days free, and if you want to stay, you can. Wonderful to talk to you all today. This has been a lovely live. I've thoroughly enjoyed it because there's not been too many people here. When there's 100, 120, it gets a bit hectic. Questions get missed. I think I've answered most of them tonight. Thank you, everyone here. I will see you in the next live. By the way, the next live, I can tell you when it is. It's Thursday. In 2 days, I'm doing a second live this week. Please join me for that. Same time, same place. I'll be putting it up on my YouTube channel probably tomorrow. The YouTube URL for that, so you can join. So I'll see you in a couple of days, and we can do some more questions, do some more fun stuff. And thank you. I'll speak to you all soon. See you soon. Goodbye.